Rest your shoulders for a moment and let go of all the burdens you've been carrying today. Let the silence of this night envelop us, giving the heart a space to speak without needing many words. We often look for grand ways to show our affection. We think of long journeys, glittering gifts, or great achievements we can boast about in front of others. Yet, in the midst of all those ambitions, we often forget the power of the simplest touch. Something that costs nothing, but has an impact that can change the entire atmosphere of your home. Tonight, I want to share a small secret about a hug. Not just any hug, but a conscious 30-second embrace. An act that might sound trivial, but actually possesses a power far greater than you've ever imagined. Reflect for a moment. When was the last time you hugged your wife without being in a rush? Often, our hugs are merely a formality. A pat on the shoulder when leaving for work, or a brief 2-second embrace upon returning that is nothing more than a routine. We do it like we do any other chore without truly being present. Yet, the human body, especially a woman's, has a radar that is very sensitive to emotional presence. A brief hug often doesn't provide enough time for the nervous system to truly feel safe. That is why the 30-second mark is so crucial. There is something magical that happens within the body and soul when two heartbeats stay close for a sufficient amount of time. Let's talk about what happens beneath the skin while that hug takes place. Biologically, our bodies are extraordinary chemical factories. When you pull your wife into your arms and hold her there, in the first few seconds, she might still feel the lingering stress of a long day. Her mind might still be spinning with piles of work or the children's needs. However, as the hug enters the 10th second, something begins to shift. Oxytocin, often called the love and bonding hormone, starts being released into the bloodstream. This oxytocin is a natural antidote to cortisol, the damaging stress hormone. By the 20th second, the muscles in her shoulders will begin to relax. She will start to exhale that long breath she's been holding in. And by the 30th second, the miracle truly happens. She will lean into you completely. Sit back more comfortably and imagine how much that moment means to your wife. In those 30 seconds, without a single word, you are communicating with her soul. You are saying that the world outside may be noisy and demanding, but here, in your embrace, she is safe. You are telling her that she doesn't have to carry the weight of the world alone. A 30-second hug is the purest form of protection. A woman doesn't always need concrete walls to feel protected. Often, she just needs the certainty that her husband is there, fully present, and in no hurry to let go. This is the moment where she can drop her mask of strength and just be her loved self. Notice how quiet the night is, and realize that we often bring the noise of the world into our relationships. We come home with minds still left at the office, with hands still busy holding phones. When you give that 30-second hug the first time you see her after a day apart, you are actually performing a process of realignment. You are synchronizing your heart rhythm with hers. This is the fastest way to tear down the walls of misunderstanding that might have been built throughout the entire day. It is hard for someone to stay angry or resentful when they are sincerely held for a sufficient amount of time. This hug melts the tension before words can turn into conflict. Many men feel awkward with intimacy that doesn't have a specific goal. We often think that physical touch must always lead to something further. But this 30-second hug is about giving, not about asking. It is about providing a space where your wife can feel unconditionally valued. Do not be the first one to let go of that hug. Let her decide when she has felt calm enough to release. By doing this, you are showing a gentle form of leadership. You are providing an anchor for her ship that might have just been battered by storms all day. This is an emotional investment whose results you will feel in the form of her gentleness toward you for the rest of the night. Imagine for a moment if this small ritual were done every day. You don't need to be a communication expert or have a lot of money to save the warmth in your marriage. Just give 30 seconds of your presence. In a world that always demands us to move fast, stopping for 30 seconds is a beautiful act of rebellion for the sake of love. You will see a change in the sparkle of her eyes. You will feel her voice become calmer when speaking to you. Why? Because she feels prioritized. She feels that her existence is more important than all the distractions surrounding you. This hug is an acknowledgement of all her unspoken fatigue. It is the best way to say, I see you, I value you, and I am guarding you. Listen to the rustle of the wind once more. So soft, yet capable of moving the leaves. That is the power of this 30-second hug. Slow, silent, yet capable of moving a heart that might be starting to grow cold. Often, a marriage feels stale not because of a loss of love, but because of a loss of connection. We live like two strangers sharing a roof, busy with our own affairs. This hug is a bridge that reconnects two separated islands. It is a way to remind yourself why you chose to be with her from the beginning. As you hold her tight, you will also feel your own burdens become lighter. This is a two-way healing process. Take the time tomorrow to truly do it. Do not make this an additional chore, but make it a harbor for you and for her. As you pull her close, feel every breath she takes. Feel how her heartbeat slowly begins to calm in rhythm with yours. Do not let your mind wander to other things. Belong to her completely in those 30 seconds. You will realize that the hug we have always considered ordinary is actually the most potent medicine for a weary soul. You don't need thousands of words to convince her that everything will be okay. You just need strong arms and unhurried time. You might feel a little strange at first, especially if you haven't done it in a long time. But believe me, that strangeness will soon be replaced by a deep sense of comfort. Your wife might wonder at first, but then she will long for that moment every day. This is a ritual she will tell her heart is the best moment of her day. On this porch, we learn that true happiness is often hidden in the simplest things. Don't let your busyness steal the chance to give this hug. Because in the end, it is not wealth or achievements she will remember, but the sense of security she felt when in her husband's embrace. The night grows later, and let this message settle into your dreams. Tomorrow morning, or when you return home later, give her those 30 seconds. Give her the space to breathe again. Be the man who is not only physically present, but the man who is present in soul. Your strength is not just in your ability to work, but in your ability to provide peace for the one you love. That hug is the place where words are no longer needed, because the hearts already understand each other. Make your embrace the most peaceful place in the whole world for your wife. A great marriage is a collection of sincere, unhurried hugs. Never underestimate what 30 seconds of pure affection can do. Fight the laziness, fight the awkwardness, and choose to love her through this meaningful touch. You are her world, and in that hug, you are giving her a world that is beautiful, safe, and full of love. Let the night breeze carry you into a calm sleep, with a strong intention to be gentler tomorrow. Rest well, friend. Always remember that your arms are the best home she has ever had.